Welcome back to the CMP podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen and the One Piece. Well, I was going to say anime, but the show as well on Netflix. We got a few more episodes to talk about. So, everybody, what were you most excited about in this week's episode? I'm going to be honest. The most exciting thing about this week's episode is that next week's episode is going to be sick.
Yeah.
That is the most exciting thing about this week's episode. When they leave us with that wanting more. I know I very much wanted more. Chimpak, you sounded so enthusiastic ever since I joined this call 20 minutes ago.
Thank you.
Talk to me, bro. Talk to me about this episode, man. Tell them. Tell all of them.
Like Gojo, Jojo, Rojo, Mojo, Gojo. He's just playing along with the boys. And he's the GOAT, man. I really thought that this anime was about Yuji, like he's the main character, but he never was. Just because he was in the intro. Like, I didn't realize I was listening to the intro, the first intro by Eve. And in the intro, it says, "Don't worry, Gojo will save us." Or something like that. And I was like, wow. Like, usually...
That's a good intro.
It is a good intro.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I like JJK so much is because... This is, not even talking about the episode. The reason why I like JJK so much is because I love the intro and I love the outro. The outro for JJK is probably the best outro of all time in any anime that I've ever watched. Dun, 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 dun.
I enjoy the intro of this. I also like that we see I forgot her name, but she can't see because of her hair in her face.
Mei.
I hate when anime characters choose the most inefficient
Hold on,
style
be
of hair.
honest. You don't think that style's kind of hard?
It's okay when Gojo
like,
covers his eyes, but when Mei does it, it's kind of an issue.
Bro, imagine fighting.
Imagine if I said that moment.
You throw a punch.
That is true. We would have jumped on Chip back if he had said that.
You throw a punch, bro, to the right, and your hair flops in front of your eyes. You get smacked by your ponytail. You know how when a horse runs, they get smacked by their tail? It's like that.
Yeah, it makes
it's
it
just
faster.
like that. Yeah, so I think it makes her go slower. It's actually recoil. You shouldn't be taking recoil every single time.
No.
It's like you know how the football players, they put black paint under their eyes so that way you can't tell where their eyes are looking. It's like that. She's covering her
Wait,
eyes
really? I didn't know that.
hair. Yeah. So
I mean, she's definitely doing the ring cosplay very well with her style. But I don't know, man. I'm not
That's the back of her head, though. You can't show the back of her
She
head.
got the doubles. How long is her?
Her hair is so long, she can part it in the front and back and reach both sides and tie it down between her.
A shit ton of hair. That's dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's actually crazy.
You got all that money, you can't get a haircut?
I'm not saying I don't like her as a character. I do. I like her as a character.
Yeah, I like her. I don't like the kid, though.
Yeah, I don't. He needs to calm down, brother. Brother complex, little brother complex. You need to move over.
There's simping, and then there's whatever he's doing. Like,
yeah, he is like stuck.
I can't tell. Is he related to her?
I don't even know if she's the actual brother or he dyed his hair to be that way.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that's the type of character I have no idea about.
His name is Wee.
Oh, so they're probably related.
Yeah.
Related. Unless he changed his name.
Changed my name to something similar to yours.
I mean, to be honest, they also have the same hair color as Gojo.
Fair.
Exactly.
Fair.
You can change your name in Japan, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you
Probably.
can change your name.
You can change your name anywhere, Moet. You can just start calling yourself something. You actually can because you just. If I introduce you the first time ever as Tyler, you would be calling me Tyler right now. I could change my name anywhere. I can go online and be.
In America, you can change your name at any time you want to. Everywhere else, I don't know.
I think you could just add on. I think you could just add on more names to your name. Everywhere else. Just add on some names. That's why some of my family got like 8 names. Just keep adding on and
adding names.
Yeah.
Until you bury the name you don't like anymore.
Yep.
Right.
Facts. I like the grasshopper.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Why? Because he was an idiot. You don't like
it's like I don't want to fight Hunter x Hunter villains now.
Well, are you clever?
Yeah, I don't think you're clever enough to get it.
I don't think you're clever enough to appreciate the grasshopper.
I think I'm not. I think I was not clever enough to enjoy the grasshopper.
That's what it was.
I don't think I was clever enough. Like I literally did not understand the point of the grasshopper. Like it was just fodder.
Did you
I
do?
mean, it's just to show that
IQ test
he's.
beforehand, or-
Yeah, he's clever.
It's just show that. Yeah, it's just to show that he's a little stronger now because we haven't seen him in a long time do anything.
I also think it was like to show his mental state because he was friends with the main villain at that point last season, right?
No.
Yeah,
Or he
yeah, he
tried
was.
to be friends.
He tried to be friends with that one guy, the guy who got like.
But he wasn't the main. The main villain was still Mahito.
Yeah, but he got turned into a villain.
Yeah, he got.
It definitely shows his
Yeah.
state. His state is a little bit more.
I remember
He's
some
a little more
mental
calm
trauma,
and ready.
or not trauma,
Yeah.
but like some drama in his mental state.
He didn't want it. It was the first time he had to kill the transfigured humans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't want to do that.
Oh, got a nice little fight with him. Pretty free.
Yeah.
That was it. And
Yeah,
then
the
we got
grasshopper thought
to-
he was doing something too.
Yeah.
You really thought you had something going
Which
on.
they're actually doing nothing.
He's like, I
But-
have 4 arms, you have 2. I'm clever. Wait,
Yeah.
I'm getting punched a lot. I'm clever. Wait, I'm dying.
Wait a minute. We're throwing the same amount of punches, but his are hitting my face and mine aren't hitting anything.
This
He's
guy's too
using his
clever.
head. Okay, he's just using his head.
That's
Oh,
why
I
I
really
shout
did
out
like
to the
that part
villains.
though when the grasshopper is like, you don't even know what I am, do you? And he's like, a grasshopper? And he's like, oh, this guy's clever.
My favorite part was at the end though with Gojo when the people have like this whole plan and we see like the backstory of the plan and what they're gonna do, and Gojo's just like, I'm laughing because if that's all you got, you're not gonna beat me. Like,
Yeah, and then
like this is gonna be easy.
Geto says like that should last for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, he said, he said, I need you to last 20 minutes.
Yeah, need you to last 20 minutes.
I am surprised at how calm Geto was when people were just like being sliced and used as pawns near him. But
Gojo?
Oh yeah.
Gojo, sorry. Yeah, like when the dude just took off the person's head. But then again, he did say, "Get back or you'll die." Like I got a job to do.
Yeah, like
I'm
literally
telling-
the first scene in this episode was him stepping on a girl's face.
Yeah, you don't kill all these people.
No. The thing is, like, there was a scene in the first season where the 2 old people are talking to 2 presidents from the school,
Yeah.
principals, and then he walks by, like, a couple of ants as they're talking about how to deal with Yuji. Like, he walks over those ants. Remember that? Do you remember that
Yeah.
scene?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he uses the infinity, so like when he's stepping over the ants, he's actually not even touching them.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
just-
thinking that. I wonder if he actually did step on those people's faces.
All right.
No,
he
he
Or if
didn't.
he just walked over them.
No,
He said
he's like the infinity thing. So like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
stepping
You
on
just
their
say-
faces,
'cause,
but he
you know,
wasn't actually
sometimes-
stepping on their faces.
Yeah, sometimes you say, "Excuse me, pardon me," or
Yeah.
you should, even when you're not touching anybody, right? You just say, "Yo, I'm coming through." Like, don't
Comment.
you might
comment.
don't touch this air.
Whoa.
Don't touch this air in between me and you.
Yeah, that is true.
You
That is
might
true.
die. You
And you
may
can't
die.
touch
Breathing
anyway.
the same air as Gojo would have to be kind of crazy and a crazy
I like
experience.
that the girlfriend and boyfriend were fighting together too.
Hold on. Can we delve deeper into that?
Sure.
Breathing the same air as Gojo would make it crazy for you.
That's my goat, man. That's my goat. Him and
Okay,
LeBron,
look. If
they're up there.
if I
at
had
the
to give
top.
you like a visual example, remember when we were talking about the girl in the beginning of the episode, Moet, and how there was the little brother that was like that. Chimpak's the little brother in this, And- and Gojo's the
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
So if a young lady tried to take Gojo out for a date, you'd
He would
step
say
all
no.
over.
He was
No,
saying
I'd be
actually.
jelly. I'd be jelly. I just
He'd
feel
say you're
jelly.
not good enough for him
That is
Right.
true. That is true.
to get through me first.
She might start looking at her nails. When was the last time you got these done?
Sheesh. No, but Joey said like Gojo's like not even caring about all the people that are dying, and it kind of makes sense. Like he's got like he's the what was that in the beginning of the season when he turned Buddha mode?
He's a
Like
demon.
he sees
yeah.
he's all seeing, like he sees everything. He's one. Like he's seen this before, bro. He's seen people die. Like it's just
Yeah,
another
no.
day. Like once you see one person die, once you see one person die, what's wrong with 100 people? You know what I'm saying?
You've seen one person sliced up.
Yeah.
What's 20,000? It's all the
Maybe for
same.
Gojo. For me,
Yeah.
I would still not like to see it. I'll be
Yeah.
completely honest. Next
And
episode
yeah-
though, gonna be fire.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he took his blindfold off when he shows them
He was
eyes.
like, "Oh my
it's
god,
over.
These people have been waiting long enough. They've been waiting 3 weeks with nothing. Let me do this all right now.
Let me do it all right now. And we finally got crazy. I was talking about him last episode, and we got to see the brother demon. He's down there waiting.
Yeah.
He's about to get rocked too.
Straight up.
And he said prison realm. I don't know what that is, but I'm excited for that. Ghetto's prison realm.
That should be interesting. Ghetto's always trying to control more. He's always trying to absorb more spirits. Like that's what these spirits got to watch out for. Because he half of them was hoping that Mekamaru dude would beat Mahito, so that way he could absorb Mahito. He was like, man, if he can beat the shit out of Mahito, I'll just swoop in, absorb him real quickly. That'd be dope.
Yep.
So these guys got to watch out. They get put in prison.
This guy might be it.
Yeah, they're gonna be part of the prison too.
I like how Ghetto is literally in Gojo's mind. He's like, yeah, if he does this, he's gonna do this. If he does this, he's gonna do this. Like 99% of the time, he's not gonna use the domain expansion because he's just gonna like.
He doesn't want to kill him. He doesn't want to like crush everybody.
Yeah, get crushed.
Freaking man, it's so sad.
That's the power
man.
of best friendship.
It's so sad, man. Why'd they gotta kill the little girl to cause a rift in that friendship, man? What's wrong with you, Toji?
Yeah. Well, I hear he has a hole in his stomach, so that's kind of an issue. Just a little.
My nephew came in the call with me and Moet, and he was like, he turned into the Apple logo. Saw that meme probably somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Oh. Good. You got a chunk going through?
Yeah.
Where's the rest of this story?
For a second, I thought you said your nephew turned to the Apple logo, and I was like, wait, what?
No, that was the story. My nephew came in. He just said,
"What are you playing with back there?
Stop playing with that knife, bro. Put that crap away. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Bro, come over there and take it.
God,
we already got one apple on the show. We don't need a second one. Come on.
Dang.
It was a great episode. Way better than the last one.
Yes,
it was a good episode. The next episode will be even better.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, you know, like in Blue Lock, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is set up for a really nice next episode, and it kind of disappoints. But I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen has ever disappointed me ever.
I did 2 episodes ago.
When?
The first episode back?
Yeah, the first episode.
I liked it. I liked it because of the slice of life. Like I said, I love me a slice of life JJK.
You know what disappointed me in Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
The first episode of season 2. When it wasn't about what I wanted to watch. Because now I don't care about Yuji anymore.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Like that's how good the character development is, though.
But don't forget, Gojo in the first season told Yuji, like, once you get all the pieces together, like you'll have the possibility to be even stronger than me. So Yuji's gonna get interesting. It's just Gojo is Gojo for right now.
But he also said that to Megumi.
Well, that makes sense because look at his dad.
Yeah, exactly.
He had no powers, and he did pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. He also said that about his cousin too, I guess.
Who's his cousin?
Not Yuki. I keep calling him Yuki. He's not Yuki.
The guy from the movie.
Oh well, he's kind of like Ghetto in a way, right? Because he absorbed a curse spirit.
No, he made a spirit into a curse. It was like
that's right. Yeah. I don't know. He's freaky.
Every time I think about Ghetto, I just get sad.
He's happy right now.
Guy. Yeah,
he's
living his best life. Is he living his best life?
He's living an okay life.
Yeah, he's living an okay life.
Look like he was having fun at that park blowing bubbles.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, I think in the second Jujutsu Kaisen opening, it was Mahito. There was somebody blowing bubbles. I think it was Mahito. Remember the second opening? Where it was like a funeral. I don't think it's foreshadowing when it was last season.
I was foreshadowing this one scene.
Okay.
I don't watch the intro or the opening or the outro.
That was like 5 years ago, man. I do not recall.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago. And it was a great episode. I loved it. 9 out of 10.
The best
Yeah.
thing now, got a good episode to go forward to next week. Next week's just going to be a great episode.
Yeah.
And I am very excited. I, for one, am very excited about that.
Yeah, we're going to
Also-
see Gojo go crazy next episode. It's going to be fun.
We've decided, guys, that I will be talking about one anime that doesn't know what day it wants to come out.
Zom 100.
Sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday, sometimes it's Monday. Sometimes they don't even
neither.
know. Yep, sometimes neither.
Next week, yeah.
So I'm I still one of my favorite shows of the season. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, we're all gonna watch it for sure.
But
We'll talk
Yeah.
about it once it's all over.
yeah, when it's all over. Exactly. So
We can talk about the highlights.
yeah, One Piece. Moet, take us away, bro, because you were the
I was
only
gonna
person.
say let's replace Zom 100 with Jobless Reincarnation, but
But nobody else has watched it.
it's crazy.
For anybody that's watched this week, though, it happened.
Talk about it real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it finally
happened.
happened. It finally happened. He
It's
finally,
everything.
everything exactly. She came up with some long ass plan. The whole time I'm screaming at the screen. I'm saying, "Yo, just take off your glasses. He'll recognize you immediately." Like
Please.
literally, that's all you gotta do.
What if he
Take
doesn't
your glasses.
recognize me? I'm looking for someone from my village. What if he doesn't know it's me? I'm looking for someone from my village.
I'm looking
Like,
for an elf girl from my village. You know, it's kind of crazy. Oh man,
Damn
he
it.
might not recognize me, the elf girl from.
You don't know. Maybe he doesn't remember. But the whole plan was hilarious. I just want to say to everybody watching, if you're not watching Jobless Reincarnation, this whole entire season is about him having erectile dysfunction and
Yes.
him trying to get it, him trying to function. But
And
it's a
it's
good
finally
season, though. It's a
happening.
good when you
Isn't
hear
he
that,
a
you're
kid?
like, he's an adult in a
Huh.
kid's body,
Okay.
That
and he's also like, I think he's 16 now.
He's
or
like
something that.
16. He's not a kid, but yeah, he's a kid.
Listen, in America, he's a kid, and don't ever quote mode on.
But
that
in
16
Europe,
isn't
he's
a
an
kid.
adult. In Europe, he's an adult. All right. So
Yeah,
it just
and
depends on where you're watching.
in Japan, he's a grandpa. So like, we basically.
He's so it just depends on where you're watching it. All right.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
a Respect Your Elders holiday the other day. He might be up there.
Yeah, he might.
Probably.
He's definitely only 30, but that's okay. Actually, I think
Yeah,
he's
they-
less than 30. I don't think he was that old.
No, he was
He just-
34 when he died. I just
Okay,
read the
okay.
description.
Okay, 34 when he died. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know it's good. It was a good season. Finally, I mean, it's one more episode. I think there's one more, or it's 24. You said it's 24.
I read that it's 25 because of the episode 0. So
Okay,
it's
but
two 12s.
but is it 25 and split into 2 cores, or it's 25? We're getting
Yes.
25 now.
I don't. I
No, it's
think,
gonna be
don't
split.
quote me, but I think we're getting 25 now. Don't quote.
Oh
me.
my god, that'd be so good because the first 12 of him not being able to get it up into him able to use it and have a good time with his life.
Have a good time, yes.
Finally.
And then the story will progress even more.
Progress, exactly. So this is like, guys, if you like isekai anime, this is like a
Top.
super world building. Like I'm
Speaking
telling
of
you,
world building, this is it.
he is world building. This is not, day 3, the 6th girl falls on you, and then episode 5, you're fighting the demon lord type thing. This is extremely world building. If you want to check it out, this is the
It
time.
has everything. It has time skips, has narration. It's got everything you could ever have wanted in your life, except for recaps. Oh my gosh, there's no recaps. It's beautiful.
I will say though that if you watch season 1 and really enjoy the intros, don't get your hopes up for the next.
Don't get used to that shit. Like,
Yeah,
you'll
they
see it a
decide-
couple times in season 2, but
They got rid of it for no reason. I mean,
Most of
it's
the
for good
things-
reason.
too long, I guess.
I will say their art style for this entire show is beautiful, and
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite things about it because it feels like a 90s show almost, like a 90s anime, but it just feels good. It feels comfy.
I agree with that. I definitely like the art style. I think it's just very clean, and it doesn't feel like they do, like they have a lot of details, but it doesn't feel like they do too much. I like it. It's very nice.
Yeah, that's good. So check it out. All right, One Piece. Moet, tell me about
One
these
Piece.
episodes, bro. Tell
All
me
right,
about
so
episode
One
5 and
Piece-
6, which will be
One Piece
covering
was
today.
it's turning up right now. It's getting up there. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. One Piece is starting to get exciting. So at the start, boom, where we left off, he's fighting his grandpa, right?
Mm.
And everybody's like, grandpa. And one of my favorite parts about this is how Nami's like, yo, you're not gonna go to Zoro. She's like, yo, you're not gonna go up and ask him about, the thing. And Zoro's like, what thing? And she's like, the elephant in the room, the thing. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything looks okay. She's like, the grandpa thing. He's like, oh, I didn't even think that was a big deal. I don't feel a reason to even ask him about it. And so eventually she talks him into going over there, and he walks over. He's just like, hey, that fight, yo, how you do? It was just so awkward. It's like you could tell he doesn't do small talk. He's like, hey, hi, how's it going? How's it going? What do you mean, how's it going? We're all in the same boat. It's going the same way you're going. What does that even mean? Like, I don't even know what that means. And
nice weather we're having today.
Yeah, it's
Shut up.
How's the weather today? What do you look up? The weather's we're in the same place.
There are no ceilings. There's no ceilings.
Yeah. So the bad small talk to start off with, and then it's so how was that fight? He's like, good. He's like, you got anything you want to talk about? Nope. All right, good talk then. Walks away.
I do like the that he did Fusan. It was Fusan, right? That's what it's called. Fusan.
Oh yeah.
That's when he blows up his body.
Yep.
It's actually Fusen.
Fusen. Okay. Well, I like when he does that. I thought that was cool that he did that. That he actually did.
To send the cannonball.
If we're talking about the special effects, though, that was
Yeah. Forget that. But like,
yeah,
he looked. Yeah, it was very funny looking. It was goofy, but like I do like that he just did it in general.
Mm-hmm.
Ignoring the effects. I will say, and I'm really happy now that you know Sanji. Sanji's choreography for his first fight in the bar was amazing.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Like him kicking around, flipping, and doing all that stuff. Like, he practiced. He actually practiced so hard to learn mixed martial arts. I think, was it jiu-jitsu and cooking, all for after he got this role, or like for this role. Like, he actually went hard.
Yeah, I heard that. And I'm like, he does a pretty good job. The only issue I have is that when he was smoking a cigarette, he was not smoking that cigarette. He was pretending.
I'm sorry that he's... Yeah, I'm sorry that he's okay. I'm sorry that he cares about his body.
Sorry he chose his health.
Bro.
Overacting.
Exactly.
At least he didn't fake eat the cigarette.
That's true.
Damn it, Chainsaw Man. But yeah, that was one of my favorite things. So they did a lot of different things there, Moe, in that episode to change it from just basically to like rush it along to Arlong Park and everything. Like there's supposed to be a different guy that comes before
Before Arlong shows up.
Don Krieg. You see him before. He was the guy with the purple hair.
Yeah, that got smacked by Mihawk. Yeah. That was all supposed to be part of something, but I mean, it's fine. I like the pace they're doing is fine. Again, the power creep is so weird for me here too. I do like that they have Nami fighting. I think that's an interesting choice. And I do think it was interesting that they used Buggy to kind of progress the plot, because he definitely was not doing all this crap in the actual thing. I'm glad he ran away too, because I was like, if this guy fights and they change the story this much.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe they did just so they can skip to like Logtown by the end of the season, but I guess they're not doing that. Also,
we shouldn't go too far ahead. I just realized that I might have gone a little bit past the last episode, but yeah, I don't know. I was really big fan of.
Fight. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, damn, when did Nami fight?
Well, she's more forward in this. I would say she's more
active. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't fight in these last two episodes, but like episode 3 and 4, she was too as well.
Yeah. I'm just talking about in general for the season, but
yeah,
I don't know. I like that.
I like the relationship between Sanji and the dude. The whole backstory on the island.
Oh yeah.
He was gonna. First of all, them getting stranded on that island is crazy. Yeah. It's like you look down. It's gotta be at least 200 feet above water.
Yeah, that was a big wave. that was
a big wave. It had to be a tsunami.
Yeah, it was,
I mean, it's high tide and then it's low tide, and if it was low tide,
high tide and low
I don't think it was high tide and low tide, because if high tide lasts that low tide lasts that long, that's crazy. But I do like how they showed it though. I think they did a good like that. The entire scene was actually really good. Like I like Baby Sanji for that too. Like all eating crispy, because that's literally what happened in the thing, right? He gave Sanji the small thing with all the food, and he only took the treasure, and he sat there starving, fasting, And he was like, all right, I'm gonna eat a little.
He ate.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm talking about. We don't think he ate his leg day 2, bro.
How do you
ain't
think he
eating-
did it? How did you
Bro.
think, like,
In the anime, he
I
did
think-
it day
look.
1. He was like, all right, goodbye, man.
No, he didn't. He did not do it day 1
He
in the
did day
anime.
1 in the anime.
That's
No,
probably
it was
how I would
not.
do it,
This was
too.
something that we saw
in the manga, because in the anime it doesn't have. It's a different.
in
reason
in the yeah in the
Listen,
anime.
listen,
It
he
actually
was-
took time.
Listen, man, he knows how delicious this leg is, so he couldn't wait, man.
Well, let me tell you. If he did it like anything, he did it like everybody remember Dragon Ball with Dragon Ball Z with Gohan when Gohan was chasing that dinosaur. Take just a little bit of its tail every day to eat. That's what he was doing. He
That's
started off with a
insane.
little tip of his toe. It's like, it's nice. Took
Mm.
another
I
toe.
would do that. I would just go straight for the leg. I wouldn't go for that constant pain. It was like slowly chopping my body up. I'd go
Yeah,
for
but then
the
it's
part of the
but then
scope.
it's gonna go bad, bro. It's gonna go bad. So what you do is you take a little. He's a cook. You do it. You preserve it with a
You're
little bit of sea
filleting a
salt.
piece of your leg every day.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess you can't get salt. They had water on the rock.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get some
but-
salt. Fry that boy up. Little seagull
Fry it
come
up.
by. Catch a seagull.
I didn't see them start one fire.
Yeah, they didn't.
There's
well,
no
they
wood.
do they do in the anime, but they didn't show any fires here.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
ate it raw.
Okay. But so there is fire probably, because there's no way he ate raw leg. His straight. I mean,
You could.
cooked leg is one thing. I can, you
I
might
mean, you
be
can
able to
cook
get
on the
away
rocks, bro. You can cook in the rocks if there's enough sun. But you just leave
Cook
it there.
on the raw
If
leg?
it's thin enough, right? Like a piece of jerk, not a piece of jerk, like a piece of salami, right?
Right.
That's what I'm telling you. He did it like Gohan. He
Okay.
took a little slice, take a bite a day, start getting a little hungrier.
But I feel like the texture of leg, like you want to eat like the meat, right? Like,
well, bro,
not
I
really
mean,
like
maybe
salami.
he eats his steak rare, so like he just need a little bit cooked.
No, you just put it on top of a rock, have the sun boil it for you. You know?
Yeah, that's
People do
what I'm literally saying. Yeah, you literally do that. You can cook eggs that way. Why couldn't you cook a little piece of leg?
A little piece of leg, a little
I don't-
piece.
it's like half his leg. I don't think you get a proper roast from the sunlight.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't. I don't think he ate it just like that. I think he took it piece by piece. Because, bro, if he ate it just like that, let's say he ate it like that day 2, he's definitely gonna die. Because he's gonna start eating the rest of his body. He can't stop. He ate his whole leg day 1, meal 1. The second Sanji turned around, he cut off his leg and
Piece by
started eating
piece,
it.
piece by piece, I agree with. But I don't think he's literally chopping off, like filleting his skin. I'm thinking
This is crazy. This discussion is crazy.
It's
just
very
got-
important. It's
I'm
very
thinking
important.
he's
He's
chopping his toes off and he's eating like toe, piece of foot. Okay, I'm about to the ankle. Like you said with the tail with Gohan. I'm thinking he's working his way up the leg. Enjoying
No,
the
I think he cut his leg off
Enjoying it.
completely, and then he started eating it one by one. You know?
I don't think so because it go bad. I mean, there's a little bit of salt there. You can try and preserve it and dry it out. Like if he dried it
Listen.
out, maybe, but I don't think he has enough.
Yeah, there's something with Joey's saying. I think the leg meat would rot. And then at that point, when you're hungry, what you gonna do? Chop the other leg
You
off?
can, I mean, you can dry meat and have it last a long time, right? They used to do it with deer and stuff like that. They
Yeah,
still do it.
jerky.
People still do it. But
But they
I don't know
salt it
how
first,
that-
don't they? I thought you
yeah,
had
they
to
salt. Yeah, you have to use salt. You have to use salt. That's how you dry it out. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, even then, like if he did that to his leg, I feel like he gets less leg. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
why would he start at a
trying to eat all
size?
this leg.
You know, if he let's say he's a size, they're huge in One Piece, right? So let's say he's a size
Right.
16 leg, right? Why would you
Right.
salt it and let it, shrivel up to a size 9? Like you just lost almost half your leg. I mean, you did lose
No,
half your
hold
legs, but
on.
you
If
lost
I
almost
It's
more.
still there, I would say, right?
But I'm with Mace though. If I can salt the leg, then I'm gonna chop the whole thing off and salt it because I don't want to have to deal with the pain every day.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing he's a pirate, man. He could use these. He's all right. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
But I don't think he salted his leg. I think he chopped it off piece by piece. There's nothing to salt it. There's nothing to preserve it.
I will say, the way this was shot really got me thinking about like the mental state of these guys, or mostly Sanji, because we saw his perspective, which
Yeah.
was I didn't really think about when I was watching the anime or reading the manga. Like I legit, when I was watching it, I was turning insane. I was like, bro, I wouldn't last here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was getting annoyed just watching it.
Yeah,
I
it's
was like, how long, how many days is it gonna last, bro? Just skip to the end. I don't need.
No,
I don't
no,
need
it
like.
wasn't like a skip to the end thing. It was more like, oh my god, I'm getting crazy just watching it.
You don't think you last on the rock for 85 days?
If
What's
I
that?
had company and I could talk to
Almost
people,
3 months?
probably. But the only guy I'm stuck with says, "Don't talk to me."
That's fucked up. That is fucked up. The only guy here, my only other person to talk to, my Wilson. How's your Wilson gonna tell you don't talk to me?
Yeah, bro. Well, it was to show that he didn't have food, or not to show that he had food.
Yeah, I guess
Wherever
he
we
didn't.
had.
If he turned around, saw that blood around his lips, he'd be like, "Hey, where you get the steak from? Is hamburger here? What the hell?"
We didn't have burgers on the ship.
Yeah, I don't remember any burgers there.
Oh, wait, what was that line that like Sanji says to them? It's like oregano's for fools, or
It's for
something like that.
savages.
For savages.
Yeah.
Bro, when I heard that, I was like, "What? What the hell is that from? Is that like a reference to something?"
I have no clue. I've never heard of that shit before. Oregano is for savages though.
Oregano is for savage.
And then that correlates into that was after he gave the food to the homeless guy. So it ties it all into the
Reason
dude.
why he does it.
Yeah, the dude Zeph. He's not actually a bad dude. He's just a
No.
hard ass. Like that's it. So that was the whole episode, the whole relationship. It was cool to see, and they in the amount of time they spaced out for it, I feel like it was done pretty well. Like, cause that whole thing, their whole relationship, like the story building behind it, probably took like what 20 minutes of the 50-minute runtime, and I think they did a pretty good job for those 20 minutes. As far as like for me knowing what I know. Now, if you watch the anime or you read the manga, it could be different. Yeah.
I mean, they changed a lot of stuff. Some things I wasn't crazy about. Like the main thing was like Sanji not being present when Zoro was fighting Mihawk, which we kind of skipped over. Because the whole reason Sanji joins the crew or is like convinced to do it is because he sees Zoro die for his dreams almost.
Yeah, I don't like the way he left.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of how he left. I think they really like undersold, especially because like Sanji felt like you saw the scenes after. It almost felt like Sanji didn't belong, right? And I know that when the Straw Hats get on, sometimes it's like that. Like Brook is probably the most extreme example of someone not feeling like, that was filler, but still, like Brook not feeling like he belonged. I always felt like Sanji adapted to them kind of quickly, like real quickly, like insanely quickly, you know. And here it's like
he had good chemistry with everyone.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, him and Zoro have their gripes and everything, but they even had like those brother moments as well.
Well, yeah, that's what I think. They're just like brothers fighting all the time.
Yeah, literally. So it's just so weird that the way they went about that. I thought
he got pushed out by Zeph.
I mean,
I was a fan.
Like it's just him not saying.
Awkward. It was just awkward. Him and Zeph was just awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since that was like Sanji leaving was one of my favorite scenes pre-Grand Line. Like when Zeph's like, don't get sick, little egghead. And then he starts crying and he's like, "Oh no, Zeph."
Yeah, he literally cries and like he's chill, he looks all chill, goes down. Every single one of the chefs that work there lines up. He leaves. Zeph is smiling, looking at him, and Sanji just starts crying. Like and puts, he did that oars position, oars, right? ORZ. You know what I'm talking about? He does this oars. The oars.
He said
oars.
Yeah, oars, ORZ. That's the position. That's the position he was in. He was literally look. This is the scene. He's literally there.
I know the position. I just didn't know that was the position name.
I don't know though. I just put ORZ. I just pronounced it as oars. And every chef is crying.
Yeah.
And then he looks up at Zeph, who's crying as well. They both smile at each other. And then he said, "Men should leave without saying a word. Until we meet again, you freaking bastards." That's how it ended. And he leaves, and everybody cheers for him. Like so, it's just like the moment was they're progressing the story, but that was one of the things that they couldn't get.
It kind of went down like that. It was
kind of just some fighting at the end.
I can literally look at it right here if you want. Like I have the comparison.
He looked at him and then he was like, "Yo, Zeph, you changed my life. I'm your shitty fucking restaurant. Like I hated it, but without that, like I wouldn't be the man I am today." And Zeph was like, I think he stayed silent because real men don't say goodbye when they're leaving, right?
Yeah. Real G's move in silence.
Yeah. I don't think he's.
I mean, Sanji cried and everything, but it was just I don't know. It was just different when You know what the whole thing is? Their thing was their boat was a lot bigger in the live action than it felt like in the real one.
Yeah.
So when
A
you
lot
got like
bigger.
10 chefs right there versus this, I didn't say it was still an impactful scene. It just felt way less impactful.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was just not as strong. Even like Zoro's little vow, where he
That
said, "You'll
was
never
I
lose."
did not like that at all.
No,
Yeah, I'll never. Yeah, that
I
wasn't
didn't
that
like
great.
it when he woke up and he was like, "Yo, I'm your first mate for life."
That also I didn't like.
I didn't like that either. But we're talking about the scene where he raises his sword up into the heavens, and he's like, "Luffy, I'll never lose again."
That
You
was
hear
like
the
that's
Pirate
like
King?
that's one of the like most iconic scenes in One Piece, and
Mhm.
like it was like it's hard to act. I'm like gonna go on his side for a little bit. Like it's hard
It
to
was
act
bad.
that because
Mhm.
there's a lot of like stuff that you have to do with your voice, but it was pretty cringe.
It was. Like, I
Oh, I'm
understand.
talking
I
about
know it's
after he
hard.
lost to Mihawk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right after he lost to
Oh.
Mihawk.
it's like I will never lose again.
I mean, I think it's hard to portray, like you said. Like it sounds good for us in Japanese because we don't understand it. Maybe it's actually bad. You know what I mean? But the emotion is there.
It's
Well, yeah,
about the
that's all that
emotion.
really matters. If the emotion's there, then like I feel like Zoro's not a good emotional actor. At least this guy who's playing him.
Yeah, no, this guy has two emotions: dead and alive. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they had that other scene either in the anime where he wakes up. Did he?
No, no. They literally just go off to Arlen Park after this.
Yeah.
More content. There you go. They added content.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it made
Let's
Nami's
add more.
character more of a
Let's add
bitch.
more content. That's what One Piece needs. They need more content.
Yeah, let's cut content to have more content. Yeah, that's
And
genius.
the content they add is him sleeping and waking up.
My favorite part about this live action is Arlong's character.
Yeah, he's
That-
pretty good. I like him.
He's a first of all, that is great acting from Arlong. Whoever does Arlong's voice, or
I would agree.
I guess body too. I don't know how they.
Probably prosthetics.
Yeah,
It's
they're using
definitely
prosthetics.
No, they
Like-
actually got Merman.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
But like his acting and like his reason for a struggle, like the way that he is talking to everyone at the restaurant, that was just
He's good.
I loved it. Yeah,
He's good.
every single moment.
He definitely does a good job.
And then Nami when she's like, "Man, f you guys."
There's only 8 episodes, right, in this whole series. So Moe
Yeah.
finishes it next week. Okay, so I'll save what I'm about to say for next week then. But man, I like his character. I do like the way they actually like. Obviously, you know they can't make it look realistic, but I like the way the fishermen look. I don't
Mhm.
like that some of them, like the main dude, is not there. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The reason he punches and everything later, the celestial dragon and things like that.
Oh, Hachi.
Yeah, Hachi isn't part of that because Hachi's a recurring character.
I feel like it's going to be in. Oh, I guess you've seen it, so it's not there.
Hachimura.
Real.
But either way, I'm a fan. I mean, Marlene liked it too. Like we watched it all. She enjoyed it. She's like, "This is pretty interesting." So, I mean, that's good if you can get somebody to watch that of One Piece. Some people might actually start One Piece after it.
I mean,
I'm-
season
I'm-
2 is already renewed.
It's already confirmed.
Season
Once
2
they
is
do once they figure out negotiations, because there's the writer's strike, acting strike, everything going on right now, which has been going on for months. All right, so it might be 18 months till we see it though.
I mean,
So
to be
based
fair,
on-
they don't really need a script because it's already written.
Yeah, you don't. Well, no, because
Well,
you
they
need it
rearranged
needs to
a
be
bunch of
touched up
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the script is done apparently, but it still needs to be edited, recorded, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like that stuff, the money has to be
Yeah.
right.
And you need actors.
Yes,
True.
literally.
Yeah, that's true.
This is gonna be interesting, dude, because if they start actually, because I mean, eventually these people are gonna age, right? So depending on how many seasons they end up doing, because they want to get in as many as they can before they age. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they can have. You don't want their time skip in like chapter 5 of One Piece. They're at Alabasta and they're already like full on adults. You know, we don't want that.
That's-
Fighting
I feel
crocodile.
Like season 3, they're going to be post time skip.
I mean,
now.
Nami's already like her actor is already 30 years old, so
Yeah, she's ready for the skip.
She got one foot in the grave.
okay, dude.
She's my favorite character. She's definitely one of my favorites.
So another thing I want to say
Oh,
is
yeah.
that in the live action versus the anime, I love Sanji in the live action, but in the anime, I literally hate him.
Why?
So that's a good change. F Sanji, dude.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe
you can't say that.
maybe current Sanji, but like past Sanji was great.
You like him because he's British? Is that what you like?
I like it.
He's
Well,
from Brooklyn,
the reason
okay.
why Sanji is just unbearable to watch is because like there's like this cringe stereotype that he's always doing in the anime where it's a little dialed down. Well, a little, very
I mean,
dialed down in the live action.
I mean, it was dialed down in the original before the time skip. Anyway, he wasn't as
Yeah, that's
horny.
true.
He wasn't as horny and like wanting women and like he had those hearts out of his eyes, but that's all right. He was still respectful and did things. He wasn't as crazy as he is now. Like that was a post time skip Oda decision for whatever reason. I'm okay with it being gone.
I'm very
But
opposed to being on.
Yeah, and also I need
I thought he
Chopper.
was French also, but he's
Yeah, he's French.
Huh?
He's supposed to be French, but they just didn't make him French.
okay.
I mean, he's probably still is French. It's just that like
He's a
they
British
probably like getting a French voice actor, getting a French actor was probably hard, I guess.
You know what it probably was? Because I don't think Kid Sanji had a British accent, did he?
He did.
He did? Okay. Never mind. I thought he was just like copying Seth a bit. Because Seth's actor is British.
Yeah, I would have liked that, but that's not what they did.
I stole your accent. It's my accent now. I'll always remember you. Like, why are you talking like that, Sanji?
Also, Kid Sanji was probably the best kid actor.
Best kid for sure, 100%. Best Kid Sanji was the best kid actor. That dude, his aggression for you adding oregano, the savage, which is I think that is a play on some like big time French cooks. Say like oregano is like a cheap seasoning to mask flavor, and they just make fun of Italian chefs. Like I think that's why that was that, or it's just because it's a funny thing. I don't know, but I do think
a
it.
funny line.
Yeah, but I do think there's might be a little bit of backstory behind it. It's still definitely a memorable line. I love that he was like, "I don't care if I die by pirates. Do not put oregano in my." And like Zeph, obviously doing it great, right? Like he's a cook at heart, so he's gonna put seasoning when he needs it or when he sees it. So
Pepe is like he does not care about oregano. Like
bro, I mean, he probably had seasoning around his chest, like when he did that.
Oregano on his leg.
Yeah, probably ate it
actually
like 12 different ways, bro. That guy was good, but anyway.
Actually, that means he probably does have salt, right? Because he was carrying oregano.
I mean, there's salt. There's salt on the rock. There's salt on the rock.
Yeah,
period.
but like also he just has like salt on his person.
Yeah, if he still had it, of course. If he still had it, I don't remember if they showed it there, but yeah, I mean, if I had garlic, like if like I'm not a huge garlic salt person. I'd rather have real garlic, not the crushed little spices. But if I had that, I can see myself. Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you. I mean, I'll use it on things that's necessary for, like specifically for that. But I'd rather have garlic that I crush myself, right? I love garlic, like, and I feel like it's so much better fresh than any other thing. But sometimes it requires garlic powder. But like if I had garlic powder, what I'm trying to say is that like, I put some water on my finger, dip it in there, eat it like that. I'll eat garlic like that. Sometimes I just fry garlic. Like when you ever
use the garlic to season your finger. I'm confused here.
Well, I would have just I would have licked it off my finger. Like I'm saying, like it was.
Oh, you think you would have survived on just garlic?
80
Definitely,
days eating garlic.
definitely not. Definitely not.
I think that's what he's saying.
Bro.
I mean, yeah. I mean, when we have sometimes when we have like panko, like breadcrumbs, right? So we got the panko, and sometimes I put a little salt, pepper on it, and I put a little oil to mix it up before I put it on some chicken or something. And sometimes I'll just find myself, dipping a spoon or taking a bite of.
You're not eating breadcrumbs. Come on.
I mean, it's breadcrumbs. It's not for 80 days, yeah. But I'm just.
You're not eating it for 20 minutes.
What?
10 minutes.
I literally do. Sometimes I have to actually redo it all because I eat it all. It's good. It's breadcrumbs. I mean, think about it, bro. It's just bread, right? It's breadcrumbs with olive, salt, and pepper, and that's literally what we do. Olive oil. Sorry, not olive. Olive oil. Salt, pepper. That's literally what we do at some Italian places, right? You get some bread and you dip it in like that combination and you eat it. So it's just like a crunchier version of it, which I like.
Nah, I mean, I feel you if that's, What
You feel me, but nah.
but nah,
Yeah,
nah, I'm like, I can't eat a pan. You taking a box of breadcrumbs and then you eating the box and you're like, shit, I gotta go to the store and get more breadcrumbs. I
No,
done
but
ate a
it's, the
box of
thing is,
breadcrumbs.
it's panko though. It's panko burger, so it's different. Panko's not like the same as like regular breadcrumbs,
Also, can you just take bread, crunch it up,
and do that too.
and
Yeah,
make breadcrumbs?
yeah, you can.
Do you
Yeah.
take bread or do you take toast?
But toast is bread. Yeah.
toast is
No.
bread. Yeah, did you know that? It's just heated. It's just heated bread. It's just heated bread. If you didn't know.
Toast is bread, but bread is not toast. So there is a difference.
Mm,
Am I wrong or
down.
am I right? Am I wrong or am I right?
I think you're there.
Leave it
And
down in the
honestly-
comments down below. Is bread toast or is toast bread?
Yeah, let us know down
it's
below.
bread. Yeah.
Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Leave a like. See y'all in the next one. Peace.
Itadakimasu.
No.
I'm like,